Hello and welcome to the Phoenix 5 Info Show. I'm your host, Lieutenant Vince Lewis, coming to you once again from beautiful downtown Phoenix, the Phoenix Police headquarters at 7th Avenue and Washington. If you ever want to come by and see where we broadcast the show from, here we are. Welcome back to the show. PIO Sgt. Rob Scherer, welcome back.
Thanks, boss. I'm in the hot seat this time. This side of the table.
I'm interviewing you.
Yes.
We'll
Good luck.
We'll interview each other
Yes.
of sorts.
Yeah.
All right. It's the holiday season.
Yeah.
Okay. There's going to be a lot of busyness, a lot of love and goodwill towards each other coming up. But there's also a lot of issues that we'd like to prepare for. Yeah. And we do it every year, and it kind of seems like we hope we don't lose it in the hustle and bustle of the holidays. But there are important topics that we want to touch on. Yeah. So let's go in order.
Okay.
Are you going to be ordering anything off of an online provider, an online vendor?
It's almost to the point, honestly, boss, where it's who doesn't. You know what I mean?
Well, do you do the shopping or does your wife?
It's both, but mostly her, let's be frank. I mean, mostly my wife will do it, but a lot
I
of
can't
it's
take
online.
credit for anything.
Yeah. A lot of it's online now. Heck, sometimes she even orders her presents, which works out well for me because then it takes something off my plate. But yeah, it's...
Are you as surprised as I am on the holiday gift giving day, what you gave everybody?
Wild. It's wild. I'm like, that was awesome. Good for me. But yeah, I think there's some people that do strictly online shopping. So that's definitely something as a department and as a community we got to look at and be safe, because all of this we'll talk about is really a crime of opportunity and making that opportunity go away for the people that want to, commit that crime.
Yeah. So in our bliss, there's going to be a lot of opportunities that we want to hopefully shore up. So speaking of online orderings, packages to the door, they stack up out front. And then, of course, the villain out there in our neighborhoods, we all know them, package thieves. We refer to them as porch pirates.
Yes, love that.
So what can we do to help combat this issue?
I mean, there's actually a myriad of things you can do. Right out of the chute, I know a lot of us have that full-time job, we work different hours, whatever it happens to be, but try to schedule those deliveries. You can schedule deliveries with almost every entity that's going to deliver to you, whether it's the big box trucks or Amazon for that matter. Schedule that delivery for a time period that you're home. That way that box doesn't sit there on your porch.
What about the porch itself? What can we do to the environment?
Keep it open. Keep it visible. It's something we talk about. We have for years with businesses how to keep line of sight open for our neighbors. Talk to our neighbors. Be, the ones, hopefully you're friends with at least one of your neighbor that can keep track. Let them know, hey, I have a package coming between 8 and 10. You mind snagging it? Have it delivered to your neighbor.
Yeah, it's CPTED is the acronym, Crime Prevention Through Environmental Design. It's fixing that area to make it less conducive to crime, but also making it livable.
Yeah.
Or it look lived in.
Yeah. Yeah, my porch, I will say, I don't know if we follow CPTED rules for my porch because my wife has a lot of stuff in our porch area that's Christmas related. We know that's going to happen. If that is the case, I would consider going to my neighbor and having it delivered. I would also consider, having special instructions to the driver. Hey, if it's something that's not damaged, toss it over the back fence and get into my backyard if that's something you can do. Have it delivered to an alternate location if that's not something you're going to do. Otherwise, keep it clear, keep it open to where our neighbors can see that and help protect our packages if it's going to get delivered when you're not there.
Yes, the point is to try to manage this so that things aren't sitting out in the open unattended for extended periods of time.
Yeah. The less time it's out there unattended, the less opportunity it is for these porch pirates to come up and take your stuff.
Okay, what about outwardly? What are we doing in the neighborhoods to stay vigilant?
It's recognition. We all, obviously there's certain delivery services that aren't the big box trucks. There's a lot of holiday and seasonal employees that will go out and deliver this stuff.
In their own cars.
So, but be vigilant. I mean, they're usually going to be wearing gear that says what company they work for. They may be bringing the box to the porch instead of taking it from, but recognize people that don't belong, but you don't recognize.
It's the behavior, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for, is the behavior.
Right.
So what kind of things are suspicious as far as behavior goes?
Slowly going through neighborhoods. You see the same delivery truck coming through and you see the same car following it. They're going up and down your street, but don't have a point of where they want to go. They're almost looking for a place to go. the behavior of really head on a swivel going around. If you see this behavior that kind of lends you to believe they're looking for something to go take, that's when you call us. That's when you try to let neighbors know, different things like that.
Okay, let's transition. Let's talk about shopping. Let's talk about while we're out at the stores, the malls, if we go to the malls anymore. If we're out there and we're shopping and we're accumulating all these great goods and gifts and things like that. So if you have a vehicle, if you arrived in a car, what do we always tell everybody every year?
Yeah, it's good old take it, lock it, and hide it.
Okay, 3 easy steps to remember.
Yes.
Walk us through.
First, take it. Take that property with you. If not just your personal property. If you're going out and getting gifts and you're gonna try to keep those with you the whole time. Don't go and dump off and offload into your car. If you do, we'll go through some of those other rules that you do, but try to take your stuff with you. If it's in your possession, most people, that is not an opportunity that they want to take. Most people out there that are committing these crimes want that easy get. They're gonna look for items in a car. They might roll through and look into your car. If nothing's there because you took it, well, now they're not going to mess with your car.
Yeah, maybe schedule a break in between where you can drop some of that stuff off.
Right.
And thin out but like you mentioned, what we know about property crime is that it's a crime of opportunities, and we know that people will go through parking lots. They'll be weaving in and out of cars, looking into windows, trying door handles. So what's the next step?
Next step, lock it. Lock your car. As they're weaving through, they're pulling door handles. And boom, one pops open. Now they get in and they act like it's theirs. Well, now they have free access to your whole car. Lock it. Lock it also in the trunk. If you're going to offload your stuff, put it in the trunk. We'll get into hide it. That's also an element of hiding it too. But secure it within your vehicle. Trunk's a perfect element, perfect space for that.
It might be a good idea too to work with somebody in your house and make sure that you have an extra set of keys available. But test your own system, right? Because sometimes when you hit the lock fob, it may not lock the trunk. There's different combinations of things that you need to choose. So have a plan in place. You don't want to lock your keys in your car, but figure out how your car works so that you know when you walk away, it's secure, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm lucky my truck honks at me twice if my keys fall out of my pocket and I leave and I try to lock my door. It honks twice. That lets me know, at least I know, hey, guy, you left your keys in your car. Understand your vehicle, understand how you're going to be able to secure that and do that. Lock your items in if you're going to.
Okay, and then hide it. I mean, it seems like it's kind of what does that really do? But what does it do?
It's that crime of opportunity. If I'm a criminal and I'm rolling by your car and I don't see readily available elements to take, I'm probably not going to mess with your car. If I see them out, it's almost like a beacon of come get me to these criminals, and they're going to maybe go 1 or 2 extra steps to try to get that element. If you're hiding it in your trunk, underneath something in your car, hide it on the floorboard, put something down there, whatever you're going to do to hide it out of visible, keep it out of visible to these criminals, and don't let them see what kind of opportunity they have in your car.
So you came from robbery.
Yeah.
All right. So let me tap into that wealth of knowledge.
Okay.
Personal safety when it comes to robbery prevention. Is this something that we need to do?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's always something you should do, but we understand when you're out there shopping, there's a lot of people around, and these criminals are literally out studying you and studying what you're going to do. If they see your head on a swivel, you're looking at elements and people, and you're looking around being observant. You're not buried in your phone looking for your next deal. You're not sitting in your car scrolling through, waiting to go in. All of us tend to do it at times. We get caught nowadays on social media, or you're caught looking at your next deal online. You're going to end up just sitting there scrolling. Well, your car's on, it's unlocked, it's an opportunity to get in. Most of these criminals, and I don't want to scare people, most of these criminals are not looking to do person crimes, but there is that element out there that will venture into that world if they see an element that they want.
Some criminals get desperate and they take to violence. And in their desperation, there are victims out there who suffer through this, but they become studies of behavior the same way that we as law enforcement officers do, the same way that our vigilant community members do, right? So they're studying behavior, and like you're saying, we mitigate that. We can protect ourselves by managing our own behavior, right?
Yeah. Take care of yourself, take care of others. Look around. If you see someone following someone to a car, you see someone paying too much attention to another person that's got their head buried down, make yourself visible to them. Go talk to that person. Take care of each other in that. We'll get in that later, but take care of each other in this season. That will really help a lot of thwarting off some of these criminal elements in our society.
Okay, so we've covered the shopping, we've covered the vehicles. getting around.
Yeah.
What do we always know about stress and holidays and traffic?
Be patient. Like, I know it's so hard. I have such little patience in my everyday world, but just be patient. Understand, if I'm going to go risk it and I'm going to go out on these shopping days, that hopefully are less because of that online element, but less doesn't mean there's not going to be a ton. There's going to be a lot of people out there. Understand that. Don't say I have to get here by here, here by here. Understand, just get through what you're going to go through. Have the patience to do it. Be kind to people. Take care of each other. If someone takes your spot, understand they may have been going around the parking lot for 20 minutes and that was a spot and they finally got it. Just roll to the next one. Just be kind.
It always seems like when I'm driving through parking lots, my observation is that the drivers are so intent on getting to that spot sometimes at the we're creating these hazards for pedestrians who are walking through. Little do we realize that those pedestrians were just drivers.
Right.
And now the pedestrians are frustrated with the drivers who are going through. So it can be dangerous. So not only that, but we probably predict that there's going to be traffic out on the street, a lot more busy traffic around some of the the retail locations and things. So what you're saying is just be kind.
Just be kind, be patient, plan ahead. If a certain store at 10 o'clock in the morning is going to have the best deal ever and you have to have that item, plan on being there at 9:30 because it may take you a half an hour longer than what you would expect. Just on the roadway, be kind, be patient, take care of each other, and we'll all get everything done we need to get done. That hurriesome mentality and that lack of patience is just going to cause more problems and turn into collisions and things like that. And that obviously will take a lot more time, when it's all said and done.
All right. So keeping in the theme of holiday shopping, my credit cards are going to be flying.
Yes.
I'm going to have a lot of opportunities for my identity, my finances, my personal security, and that kind of thing to be kind of out there. Do you have any tips or anything that can help the average shopper on how to protect their identity, how to protect their personal finances and fraud?
Yeah. Specific to that online shopping, and there's other elements, in personal shopping that you have to pay attention to, but online shopping, shop from reputable places. If a deal's too good to be true, probably is, you know what I mean? And you're not going to see deals that are too good to be true in the long run from these reputable places.
And that could extend to holiday giving too.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people do, gift cards and things like that, and will buy gift cards online. Just if a gift card's 50% off online from a reputable or non-reputable source, you're getting scammed. You know what I mean? Take care of, really pay attention to what you're doing. Don't try to get every last dollar, if you will. I know we like to get savings, and this is a time to save because we're going to spend a lot. But use those sources that you know to be reputable and know to be not necessarily full of fraud, and have some of those fraud element protections.
Yeah. All right. Well, stay vigilant, stay kind, report suspicious behavior, and I think we're going to have a wonderful holiday season.
Absolutely.
So I want to thank my co-host Rob Scherer for all of his help this year, and looking forward to the next. I want to thank the crew for producing, you the viewer for watching on YouTube, and the listener on the radio. I'd just like to remind everybody that you too can help solve crime in your community by sending tips to Silent Witness, potentially earn a cash reward for solving crimes. Visit silentwitness.org or call 480-WITNESS. Join us and follow us on all social media platforms. We're hiring. Go to joinphxpd.com. And remember, we're all in this together.